This video is brought to you by True Tales of Buried Treasure, the largest collection of old treasure magazines in the West. On our website, you can search for individual treasure stories by region, or buy our original magazines themselves. To pay us a visit, please click on the link in the description. Enjoy. Hidden within the immense walls of the Citadel, a monumental fortress atop a 3,000-foot mountain peak, known as Le Bonnet à l'Évêque, lies a tale of tragedy and riches. This fortress, often referred to as the Eighth Wonder of the World, stands as a testament to the remarkable life of Henri Christophe, the Black Emperor of Haiti. Christophe's legacy is as varied as it is storied. From ruling Haiti with an iron fist to overseeing the construction of the Citadel, he left an indelible mark on history. Yet it is not only his colorful life that captures the imagination, but also the rumored treasure hidden within the fortress's walls. This treasure, estimated to be worth over $40 million, consists of French gold coins and precious jewels stored in 127 iron-bound chests. Despite the efforts of noted adventurer Ken Crippen, who has dedicated considerable time to unraveling the mystery, the treasure's exact location remains elusive. The allure of the treasure was so great that even Haiti's dictatorial leader, François Papadoc Duvalier, considered dismantling the citadel stone by stone in pursuit of it. However, the daunting task proved too formidable, and the idea was ultimately abandoned. Despite its fame as a marvel of engineering, the citadel remains relatively unknown to many. Constructed to house a garrison of 15,000 men, the citadel's imposing walls, reaching heights of up to 228 feet, are adorned with green and orange mold inside and red lichens outside. Its 5 floors encompass various chambers, including ones designated for Christophe and his family, troop quarters, hospitals, and storage rooms for ammunition and supplies. Though many of the fortress's treasure chambers remain sealed and unexplored, it is speculated that they hold untold riches. The history of Haiti is intertwined with the Citadel's story, from its discovery by Vicente Vanny Pinzon in 1492 to its colonization by the French and subsequent exploitation of African slaves on plantations. Born into slavery on the British island of St. Christopher, Henri Christophe's journey to Haiti marked the beginning of a tumultuous chapter in the island's history. Through triumph and tragedy, the Citadel stands as a testament to human ingenuity and resilience, a silent witness to the turbulent history of Haiti and its enigmatic ruler, Henri Christophe. In the midst of upheaval and turmoil, Henri Christophe's journey from servitude to leadership was marked by resilience and ambition. Initially a French officer's servant, he witnessed firsthand the injustices suffered by his fellow blacks under the harsh rule of French plantation owners. His resolve strengthened, and when the flames of rebellion swept across the island, he cast aside his apron and joined the uprising. Henri, a towering figure standing over 6 feet 2 inches tall, possessed not only physical strength, but also remarkable intelligence and cunning. Rising through the ranks, he became a commanding officer in the insurrection forces, leading his comrades through long and bloody battles. By 1801, the former slaves had seized control of the island, much to the chagrin of Napoleon Bonaparte, who dispatched a formidable force to reclaim Haiti. Under the leadership of General Victor Emmanuel Leclerc, the French underestimated the determination of the Haitians. After 2 years of fierce warfare, Napoleon's troops suffered heavy casualties, including Leclerc himself succumbing to yellow fever. The French retreat was inevitable, marking a decisive victory for the Haitians. Jean-Jacques Dessalines, known as the Tiger, ascended as emperor with Henri Christophe as his trusted second. In the aftermath of the conflict, the once opulent lifestyle of the French plantation owners lay in ruins. Forced to flee, they left behind their riches, which fell into the hands of Dessalines, who clandestinely hoarded the treasure for himself. Among those aware of this secret wealth was Henri Christophe, who harbored ambitions of his own. After Dessalines' assassination, Christophe seized power, becoming the new emperor of Haiti. Despite his lack of education in politics, he wielded authority with an iron hand, swiftly establishing himself as King Henri I. Determined to fortify his reign, he embarked on ambitious construction projects, including a grand chateau reminiscent of Sans Souci, adorned with opulent treasures inherited from the French. However, Christophe's thirst for security led him to seek out a strategic location for an impregnable fortress. He found it atop the towering Bishop's Bonnet, where he erected the citadel, a symbol of his unwavering resolve to defend Haiti against any future incursions. Thus, Henry Christophe's remarkable journey from servitude to sovereignty left an indelible mark on the history of Haiti, embodying the spirit of resilience and determination in the face of adversity. Gathered by the emperor's forces, a workforce of 30,000 men and women were coerced, often with brutal force, to undertake the monumental task of constructing Christophe's fortress. Overseen by 3 captive French engineers, including one named La Ferrière, the project eventually became known as La Citadelle de la Ferrière, or simply the Citadel. Resembling scenes from ancient times, this army of reluctant slaves toiled tirelessly day and night, hauling heavy loads of construction materials up the steep 6-mile trail to the summit of the Bonnet. Despite the staggering toll of over 2,000 lives lost due to the harsh conditions, Christophe remained fixated on completing the citadel before any potential return of the French. As years passed, the citadel's walls rose to astonishing heights, a testament to Christophe's relentless pursuit of his grand vision. However, his tyrannical rule and the ruthless treatment of his subjects bred deep resentment among the populace. To maintain control, he stationed 5,000 soldiers within the citadel, isolating them from the growing discontent brewing outside its walls. Aware of the growing unrest, Christophe decided to relocate his vast treasure, which had remained a closely guarded secret. Enlisting the help of a select group of guards, he clandestinely transferred the chests of gold coins and jewels from Sans-Souci to the citadel under the cover of darkness. According to accounts by Pierre Ladette, a lieutenant under Christophe, the king personally supervised the burial of the treasure within the fortress walls over several nights, demonstrating his remarkable strength and masonry skills. Despite his oppressive rule, Christophe maintained a facade of religious devotion, attending Mass on August 15, 1820, amidst his relentless drive to fortify his power and legacy. As Christophe entered the chapel at Limonade, he sought solace in prayer, beseeching forgiveness for the execution of a supposed traitorous priest. Suddenly, a noise disrupted the sacred silence, and Christophe, looking up, beheld the spectral form of the deceased priest advancing towards him. Terror seized Christophe, for while he could confront mortal foes, confronting ghosts stirred a deep superstitious fear within him. With a croaking voice, he cried out in terror, attempting to rise but finding himself paralyzed, his body succumbing to a sudden stroke. News of Christophe's incapacitation spread swiftly across the island, igniting uncertainty about the future of his autocratic rule. His subjects, keenly aware of the gravity of the situation, waited anxiously, pondering the next move of their imperiled leader. For 2 agonizing months, Christophe lay incapacitated in Sans-Souci, his once powerful frame now rendered frail and immobile. Determined to assert his authority and quell mounting unrest, he summoned the royal guards to assemble before his palace. Summoning every ounce of strength, Christophe mounted his horse and rode forth to review the troops. However, his efforts proved futile as his body betrayed him, leaving him paralyzed from the waist down, collapsing helplessly before his bewildered soldiers. The revelation of Christophe's vulnerability reignited the smoldering embers of rebellion among the populace, devoid of remorse for their fallen emperor. Instead, a renewed determination to challenge his iron-fisted rule took hold, casting further uncertainty over the fate of Haiti under Christophe's faltering leadership. On the trail to the citadel, thousands, hearing the drums, dropped their heavy loads and moved to join the swelling ranks of hate. Before the week was over, army troops, no longer under the brutal discipline of Christophe's military appointees, began to desert. Like wildfire, the rebellion spread, and before long, an exultant mob, howling for Christophe's blood, began marching on Sans-Souci. Alone in his bedroom, Christophe could hear the noise of the approaching insurgents. He knew quite well what to expect. Since he had never given any mercy, he wouldn't be shown any. Taking a silver-mounted pistol from a dresser drawer, he slipped a golden bullet into its chamber. Then, putting the weapon against his head, he pulled the trigger. When Marie-Louise, Christophe's wife, heard the shot, she knew at once what had happened and hurried to the king's bedchamber. With her went the 2 princesses, Amethyste and Athénère, and several faithful followers. While rebel footsteps pounded along nearby corridors, the little group hurriedly lifted Christophe's body onto a canvas stretcher. made their way to a secret door at the rear of the chateau, and started the long climb to the citadel. Although Christophe's corpse was heavy, and it was all they could do to carry it, Marie-Louise hoped to reach the Cloudtop Fortress where she could give her husband a decent burial. As they struggled upward, they could hear the shouts behind them. Looking back, they could see that Sans Souci was already in flames. Reaching the citadel, they crossed the inner moat and bridge and stumbled along the first cannon gallery into the courtyard. By now, however, the frenzied mob had discovered their escape, and its advance elements were already rushing into the citadel's lower entrance. Marie-Louise looked about in terror, sobbing in despair. There was no time now to bury her husband. Still, she didn't want his body torn to pieces by the enraged mob. Suddenly, her eyes fell upon a huge vat of liquid builder's lime that was standing in the middle of the parade ground where the plasterers had abandoned it. Into this bubbly bath, the body of Henry Christophe was placed. As it slowly sank out of sight, the rule of the Great Black Emperor came to an end. In the hectic days that followed, Marie-Louise and her 2 daughters managed to escape, fleeing to Europe. In the wake of the rebellion, Haiti went steadily downhill. The citadel, however, remained unchanged. Built to last forever, it will probably do so. The remains of Sans Souci still stand at the foot of the mountain, although gutted by fire. Roofless and beaten by tropical storms for over 150 years, the palace is still a magnificent piece of architecture. And what of Christophe d'Ossat's great golden hoard? Ask the average Haitian this question and he'll only shrug. Although most of the natives show little interest in King Henry's hidden gold, the fortress has had its share of fortune seekers. In his famous book, 7 League Boots, noted news reporter Richard Halliburton stated that on his trip to the citadel, he examined shallow excavations dug in walls and floors by treasure hunters, looking for the millions of dollars worth of gold, which Christophe secretly buried in the fortress. Halliburton, however, calls the citadel such a mountain of masonry that no one knows just where to begin to look. However, before anyone goes rushing off to Haiti, 2 questions have to be answered. Would the Haitian government let a treasure-seeking team explore the citadel, its greatest tourist attraction? And if the treasure was found, what percentage would the Haitian government want? Queries concerning these questions should be directed toward the Haitian embassy in Washington, D.C. But in the meantime, mists of tropical storms swirl around the citadel's great stone battlements, and somewhere in its massive walls, the lost gold of the Antilles still lies hidden, waiting for some lucky finder to come along. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to read the original article or purchase the magazine from which it was taken, please check out our website, truetalesofburiedtreasure.com.